Did you know that you have innate powers within you that could unlock a life of true freedom and unshakable peace? Powers that are so deeply inherent to your being that most people don't even know that they exist. In the tradition of nondualtantra, these hidden gems are the powers of awareness and bliss. Stick around as we explore how to activate these powers and live a life deeply rooted in what I call the wisdom of oneness. Hello there, I'm Lisa Engles and welcome to my channel where I help spiritual seekers just like you to harness the ancient wisdom of yoga and non-dual tantra to live an extraordinary life. The goal of my channel is super simple. It's just to make it easier than ever before for anyone to find happiness and fulfillment in their everyday life by using what's already been handed down to us for millennia. Now, before we hop into our topic today, be sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, because I put out posts and videos just like this one on a regular basis. So in my previous video on Shiva and Shakti, I mentioned that Shakti is the inherent power within consciousness which expresses itself. So in the path of non-dual tantra, there are actually 5 powers of consciousness, which are awareness, bliss, willing, knowing, and acting. And these 5 powers, or Shaktis, also describe the fundamental nature of consciousness. And when we take the time to contemplate these powers, we actually discover that they are also fundamental to who we really are. And in today's world where stress and external stimuli often pull us off center, understanding and embodying these powers can keep us grounded even in the midst of life's biggest challenges. So what I want to do is look at these first 2 powers, or Shaktis, the power of awareness, which is known as Chit Shakti, and the power of bliss, which is known as Ananda Shakti. In non-dual tantra, awareness is our true nature. It's fundamental to who we really are, and bliss is the natural result of knowing and abiding in our true nature as awareness. So in other words, when we awaken to ourselves as awareness, this indescribable sense of contentment and joy and inner peace pervades our very being. It's bliss. So let's unpack each of these powers a little bit more. Awareness is the one fundamental power which lies beneath every perception, every sensation, and every cognition. Let's make this real for you. So take a moment right now just to maybe close your eyes and allow your awareness to expand in all directions. And just notice what phenomena is arising in your awareness. You probably hear different sounds. You obviously hear the sound of my voice, but you probably hear ambient sounds outside. But there's also other phenomena, right? Like the sensation of the surface that you're sitting on. And maybe you feel your breath moving in and out. There might be certain smells in your environment, maybe incense or a burning candle, dinner cooking on the stove, or some coffee or tea. You probably notice some thoughts or emotions that you're aware of. These are all phenomena, whether it's a sound or a sensation or a thought or an emotion. All of these phenomena, they come and go. But the one thing that remains constant is awareness, right? You're aware when a sound is present, and you're aware when a sound isn't present. You're aware when a sensation is present, and you're aware when that very sensation is absent. You're aware when a thought or an emotion is present, and you're also aware when a thought or emotion is absent. So awareness is always there. It's never not there. So in non-dual tantra, awareness is both what you are as this ever-present, unchanging, infinite field which hosts and holds all phenomena, and it's also that from which all phenomena arise, are sustained, and dissolve back into. In other words, as my teacher puts it, awareness is the perfect fusion of Shiva and Shakti, pure consciousness and all the forms of energy that it embraces. So in my experience personally, and also in working with my students and clients, it's really not that hard to experience our true nature as awareness with a little bit of practice. One of the fundamental ways that I do this and that I help people with right off the bat is I work with the practice of becoming more aware of the fact that we're aware. Become more aware of awareness than we are of the objects of awareness. For example, right now you might be aware of sounds or sensations or thoughts. All you need to do is move your awareness from those objects of awareness, the sounds, the sensations, the thoughts, and direct it to awareness itself. You are aware of the experience of sound. Right? You, who you really are, is awareness. So this is just something that you can contemplate over the coming days. You don't have to take it as truth. Notice that you're aware that you're aware. The only thing that keeps us from recognizing this truth is that we become so mesmerized by the objects of our awareness that we begin to identify ourselves with those objects. And this is expressed in self-referential statements like, I'm bored with my job, or I wish I wasn't so fat or old or tired, or I'm so lucky to have this amazing career. I have the best life ever. All of these are examples of how we identify with experiences. And these experiences are what we would call objects because we objectify them. So this is a common but incredibly useful metaphor that's used by a lot of spiritual teachers to help illustrate this concept. So I'm going to use it. So it's also quite simple. So usually people can resonate really strongly with it. So imagine you're in a movie theater, completely engrossed in this film, and the characters are compelling, right? The storyline is enthralling, and you're caught up in the drama or the action. For those couple of hours, you might even forget that you're in a movie theater at all. You identify so strongly with what's happening on the screen, right? But then the lights come on. And in that moment, you remember, oh, right, I'm here in a theater. The screen is just a screen and the story is just a story. However captivating, it's just a series of images projected onto that screen. So in the same way, we get so wrapped up in the movie of our lives, the thoughts, the emotions, all of the experiences that we forget the theater within which it's all happening, right? Our fundamental nature as awareness, just like the screen remains unchanged no matter what's playing on it, awareness remains constant no matter what experiences come and go. And just like the quality of the screen is never altered by a sad or a happy scene, awareness is unchanging, always present, allowing for the movie of our lives to play out on it. So the next time you find yourself getting too caught up in the scenes of your life, remember that you have the power to turn the lights on, so to speak, right? And recognize the theater or the screen of your true nature. It's always there, waiting for you to return to it. Hey there, I hope you're finding this deep dive enlightening. I just wanted to pause here for a second because if you're eager to elevate these teachings in your own life, then I want to introduce you to something super special. It's the Karmic Warrior Oracle. It's a deck that I personally created. Now, this oracle isn't just a tool. It really is an integral part of how I teach this spiritual path to my students and to my clients. I use this deck all the time. in my meditation classes, in my immersive programs, in my one-on-one mentorships to provide what I like to call a personalized prescription for shattering karmic patterns. So the deck has 64 cards, and each one of the 64 cards guides you towards a life of greater freedom and fulfillment by harnessing the law of karma and the wisdom of nondualtantra. But that's not it, because this deck also comes with a comprehensive guidebook and a masterclass on how to unlock the Oracle's full potential. So if you're ready to revolutionize your spiritual journey, then click on the link in the description below and make the Karmic Warrior Oracle a really powerful addition to your spiritual toolkit. This isn't just a deck, it really is your personalized roadmap to clarity and freedom, curated by someone who walks this path every single day. So, okay, let's go ahead and get back to unlocking more spiritual wisdom. So just like stepping out of that movie theater and into the light, we have this ability to shift our focus using our power of awareness. We can simply turn our awareness back on itself to notice that we are aware. And for extra credit, you can try to get a sense of this quality of awareness. Is it peaceful? Is it expansive? Is it maybe even radiant? Often when we shift our focus from the objects of awareness to awareness itself, we might notice these subtle yet profound shifts in our internal state. It isn't just this little psychological trick that you do. It's actually a deepening of the very fabric of your being. And every time you make this shift, you're strengthening your ability to return home. I like to say to your true nature as awareness, making it easier to live from it in your day-to-day life. And then here's the thing, something really amazing happens when we're able to do this. We begin to experience this very deep, abiding inner peace, calm, clarity, and joy. It's different than a feeling or an emotion because it's not coming from our mind, which is only happy or joyful when outer circumstances are playing out in a certain way. This experience of contentment or joy is not dependent on outer circumstances. And this is what's known as the power of bliss, or Ananda Shakti. So when this power comes online for us, it's this telltale sign that we're also abiding in our true nature as awareness. Bliss is an intrinsic quality of awareness, and it's much more fulfilling than ordinary happiness because it's a constant experience independent of anything that's happening in your life. This bliss isn't a feeling, it's a steadfast undercurrent that enhances every aspect of your life, abiding richness in your experience and providing you with a resource of inner strength. So imagine feeling blissful even when your life is chaotic, even when you're going through a rough patch or maybe a really unfortunate circumstance in your life. When these things are playing out, this isn't an escape from reality, but actually a more truthful engagement with it. This is the promise of nondualtantra. When you practice abiding in your true nature as awareness, there's going to come a point when you actually begin to experience this power of bliss. Now, when we're not abiding in our true nature as awareness, we're going to find ourselves entangled or enmeshed and identified with things that are out there, our experiences, our roles in life, the possessions that we have. And this external focus can make fulfillment feeling really elusive, leaving us in this constant state of seeking more and better and different. And when we're disconnected from our true nature, we tend to view happiness as dependent on these external circumstances. And we mistakenly believe that our needs and our desires, that they have to be met by the outside world in order for us to experience joy and peace. But by harnessing and embodying these innate powers of awareness and bliss, everything changes. You move from this state of external dependency to one of internal abundance. You stop looking for fulfillment out there and find it within, not as something that you achieve, but as this constant state of being. The clarity that comes from living in and as the power of awareness allows you to navigate life's complexities with grace, while the power of bliss keeps you anchored in a state of inner contentment that's not dependent on external circumstances. So in today's very turbulent times, these qualities are more than just ideals. I believe that they're necessities. So I invite you to take this journey very seriously as you deepen your understanding and experience of awareness and bliss. Watch how it transforms your life, becoming this wellspring of enduring peace and profound clarity and unbounded joy. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave a comment. I always do respond to comments. And if you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe to my channel. I put out videos just like this one on a regular basis. And until next time, be well and namaste.